Hi everybody, this is Carrie with Crafting Up with Carrie. I just wanted to come show you a really cute and affordable gift idea if you need some gift ideas because Christmas is coming up, um, and there's other holidays getting ready to come up. Valentine's, Mother's Day, believe it or not, it's kind of right around the corner. It's in May. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use these little towels that you get from IKEA. They're pretty large. Like that's a pretty good size. And I get this for under $1. Now, I'm going to try to use this as a towel that's going to hang off of the handle of a stove or a dishwasher. Ooh, dishwasher would be super cute. So I am just going to use my center crease right here, and I'm going to fold this in thirds and see what I get. Let me see what I get. Let me see how much front space I get. So if I were to fold this in thirds to hang on my dishwasher, I want to see how much surface space I would really have. Okay, perfect. And now I'm going to fold it in half. Try to get it as centered and even as I can. Let me work on it this way because this would be the way it would be hanging and I would see it. Okay, perfect. So now I have my design space, so to speak. Now how I folded it, you can barely see the red stripes underneath it. So the red is not going to be necessarily primary in this design, okay? But when they unfold the whole thing, then they'll see it. But I'm going to choose this particular area as my surface area that I'm going to go ahead stencil. And I'm going to try to keep this as centered as I can within this space, if that makes any sense. Okay, what I'm going to use is I am going to use some stencils that came from Magnolia. Now, as you can see, this one is called, um, it's not what it's called. I have this in the wrong folder. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll have to put the link in there so you guys know exactly which stencil this one is. Okay, I have used the stencil a few times. It's probably something about dishes is probably the name of the stencils, but it's two stencils that come on the packet. Now I separate my stencils, but I don't cut them off the paper. So I go ahead and I label them on the back what each stencil is, so that way I know which one they go back on. For me, it's easier to find a full sheet of stencils than little ones cut up and on top of each other, and then I can't see what they are. Okay, so I've used this one multiple times. If you can't tell, see how it's stained and discolored? It doesn't matter. It doesn't, as long as the stain is out of the mesh area, you're golden, okay? So I'm gonna use this stencil. It's already been defuzzed before. Now I am just going to eyeball 1, 2, 3. There's 5 dots on the bottom of this. So I'm going to use the middle dot and line it up on my line. And then if I kind of follow that middle, it's going to hit about right here. And then I'm going to follow the stitching on this towel to use as my straight line going across. Then I just kind of use my fingers and just kind of, I think that's about centered. I'm going to go ahead and set it, push it down just to kind of get it to adhere, but then I'm going to unfold it. So that way I am just going to stencil just flat on my table and I don't have to worry about it soaking through into the other layers of the towel. Okay, but I did all of that folding just so I could get my middle. Now, this stencil says the dishes are looking at me dirty again, and then it has 5 dots. It is adorable. And these stencils are sticky, so they are reusable. Now I'm going to go ahead and just make sure all my air bubbles are out, that I have a good connection from my stencil to my towel. And I am going to use black. Now you could use multiple colors. I'm using black because my kitchen is pretty much gray, black, and white. So I'm going to stick with the white and the black, and I'm going to fold my towel so I don't see the red so much. So that way it doesn't really matter. Okay, so then I'm going to use ink from Magnolia. So this is what it looks like. It comes with the white lid, and this is the color. The official color is, I can't even read it because I can't read it. Egypt, it says. I don't know, but it's a block. It is a block, and it is a ink. Now, the importance of the ink is what we use to go on fabric to make it permanent. Okay, so this is what we're going to use. I stirred it up, and it should have a good like yogurt type of consistency. And I'm going to take some of it. I'm just going to put it, boom, 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 here on my stencil. All right, we'll see. That should be good enough. Now look, I got it all over my finger. Easy enough. I'm just going to wipe this off so I don't ruin my nail polish. Getting that off. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to take my squeegee. You'll see the squeegee is kind of like a shim in this angle. And I'm going to use this thinner end to do my stenciling, to get the ink to go through my stencils or go through the mesh in my stencil. Now, if you push too hard, then you'll see that because then your squeegee is going to be bending, right? You don't want that. That means you're going too hard. And the reason why you don't want to push too hard is because you don't want your ink or your paste, whatever you're using, to go underneath your stencil and make it bleed. Now, I prefer to go in a method, what I call like, I'm pretending like I'm shaving my legs. I like to go as long of even strokes as I possibly can, so that way I don't have any high and low areas. I try to keep the pressure the same and the stroke the same, so that way it's not too much. Okay, so I'm going to go this way to get my dots and the rest of it. I think I missed a dot. There we go. Now, I'm just kind of going over it now just to making sure I put a little bit of pressure to get it in that fabric. But look at all that extra that I have. I can put this right back in here. I don't need to waste it at all. Let me get these off here. Just put it right back in your jar. Wonderful. I'm going to save as much of that as you possibly can. All right, now I'm going to take this stencil off and let's see what we get. Oh! Now, try not to pull from the corner and go at an angle this way because that might cause your stencil to stretch. So try to start from the middle and work your way back. So I'm going to start up here and I'm going to pull towards you, okay? I'm going to try to go slow. So in the event I maybe missed a section or I want to go over it, like right there on my dots, I need to go over that just a little bit more. Let me get just a little bit more. I could see my dots right here on this stitch. Didn't get all the way. All right, let me just do that again. There we go. Get my extra off. All right, that's why we go slow and pull away so you can see. So if I pull this way, I can't see the design, but if I go this way, I can see better. Oh, much better on my dots. Okay, it worked there. Using my elbows and my forearms to help hold down my fabric. Oh, this is cute. Yay. Now I went too fast and I see that my E didn't get covered very well. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to wait till this dries. And then I'll put my stencil back on and I'm going to fix the E. Or I could use my chalk pen that I have or my ink pen that I have from Magnolia to fix my E. But this is what it looks like, and I'll have to go back and do my E again, but I pulled it off too quick at the end and I didn't catch it. But let me go ahead. Now I'm going to let this dry for a good 24 hours and then I will heat set it, and then that will be it. It will be a permanent dish towel for my kitchen. But then remember, we're going to fold it in thirds so it looks more like this when it's all said and done, but fold it a little bit nicer. And this is going to be hanging off of probably my dishwasher, because it seems like the dishes are always in there and they're dirty. Dirty. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for watching me do this quick little dish towel. It's a quick idea that you could do as a Christmas gift. It could be any stencil that Magnolia has using the ink, okay? And then we're going to let this dry for a good 24 hours, then heat set it, and it's good to go. This would be cute to give with maybe a bottle of wine or a plate of cookies, or if you're giving somebody some dish sets or something for their kitchen. All right, you guys, that is all I got in this quick little video of a gift idea using Magnolia stencils. You have a great day. See you later. Bye.